Hello, everybody. J.R. Fisher here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on what time zone you're in. I got to hit it right. I am joined by the lovely and talented Jessica. You want to say hi, Jessica?
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for being here.
It is a bright and sunny, gosh, it's really nice here today, actually. Going to be 75 in San Diego. I'd like to know where you're from. If you would, put your comments in the side there. Jessica's going to monitor that, and she's looking at it right now. So say hello, put where you're from, all that good stuff. What's going on today? Give me some thumbs up. Give me some input there. I see we got Marcus from San Jose. We've got Ginger from France. Oh, that's pretty cool. We've got Rebecca from Rhode Island. Who else you got over there, Jessica? Everybody, make sure you put something in that comment section. I want to make sure that you can hear me, and I want to know who you are. Tell me about yourself. And it's all private, guys. So when you put comments in that section, nobody sees it but us. So we're starting to see a lot of comments in here now. Jessica, you want to read off a couple?
Mandy says hello.
Mandy. What's up, Mandy?
Let's see. Lusaka, Zambia.
Lusaka, Zambia. That's a very cool name. I want a cool name. I got like 2 letters.
Where she's from.
Oh, that's where she's from. Well, that would be a cool name too. You got to admit, that would be a very cool name. Okay.
Nita is from Connecticut.
Nita, what's going on, man? I see you all the time.
Alina is also from Connecticut.
Alina's from Connecticut. Hey, Alina, you ought to meet Nita. You're both in Connecticut. Who else we got?
Wayne is in Bakersfield.
Wayne, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you again. We got Thomas there in Pensacola. We've got Ninseat. I can't pronounce that. It looks like in the UK. We got all kinds of people out there. So that's really good. Okay, so you can hear me. I know some of you in the US are getting ready for the holidays, and that's very cool. And we are pretty much getting ready, I think. Are we ready, Jessica?
Mandy says he's a he.
Mandy says he's a he. Darn it. Sorry about that, Mandy.
I'm not sure if I'm saying his name wrong then.
Okay. Well, maybe it's Jessica's fault then. It's not my fault.
Maybe.
So this is a bright Friday. It is a little after 11 a.m. on December 20th of 2019. And we're about to end the year. As a matter of fact, we will not have a coaching session, guys, next Friday, obviously, because of the calendar. Let me check the calendar real quick before we get going here so I can tell you guys what is going on. What's going on? Yeah. So we won't have one next week. So I won't see you guys till next year. And that will be a whole new decade, man. We've seen so much happen this decade. I know with us, Jessica, right? 10 years, a lot of things change.
A lot of things.
Yeah, we started our business. We built a brand, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And I got such a good response last week. So today is going to be secrets to grow your brand, increase your sales. I got such a good response about you guys getting a preview to one of my YouTube videos. I did another one on branding. So it's going to sound like you're watching a YouTube video because I talk about subscribing and all that kind of stuff. But you guys are getting sneak preview because you're inner circle people. Now, there's a couple of you on here that are not inner circle and you've been invited. And that's pretty cool. You know, we got you in here for free so you can kind of see what the inner circle people get. But we're going to talk about building a brand. And I've got a little bit of knowledge in that area. I built a brand called Survivalcave Food. And let me give you some statistics on that, guys, before we get started first. My brand started in 2010, and it actually started because of a mistake. And the mistake was the company, I was selling some survival food from another company, and they couldn't supply it. And I was having, sales canceled, and it was just terrible. Money taken out of my account. I lost my eBay account at the time. I have it all back now, but so I had to start my own brand. So that's what I did. So I think I'm qualified to speak in this area. That brand is still out there, and we sell stuff every day off that brand. Today it's on thousands of websites, including eBay, Amazon, and even Walmart. You can find my products, and it's called Survivalcave Food. That's the brand right there, survivalcavefood.com. We do freeze-dried, dehydrated, and we have a line of canned meats. We actually have shipped recently to China, some pretty big orders. So it is now an international brand, which is pretty cool, I thought. So I'm going to talk to you today about branding in this video that I'm going to play for you and kind of talk to you how you can build your own brand. Now, you may think, oh my gosh, no, I just want to be able to sell a product. I don't need to have my own brand. I don't need to do all that. But you know what? It's not that hard to do. I knew nothing about it whatsoever. And I just got some products and had them made and slapped my name on it and went out and marketed it, which I'm going to share with you today. So you can do the same thing if you want. And the cool thing is, if you have your own brand, other people who just want products to sell, you can approach them. And that's what I did. You know, if you were to, well, matter of fact, I did Google Survivalcave food. I Googled it last night when I did this. This was the results I got when I Googled it. Check that out, guys. 20,700,000 results when I put in Survivalcave food. And I understand it's searching for survival and cave and food, but I can pretty much promise you the first 4 or 5 pages of Google is all my products. If you notice, the first result that's organic is survivalcavefood.com. That is actually my website. Yeah, so we're the number 1 results out of 20 million. So I know something about that. I also noticed they have the wrong address for us. They put Falcon Way and we're on Trina Street. So I put in a change for that last night. But so yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to talk about how you can build this brand today and, you know, do some of the same stuff. So this is the actual video I made. Now, this has not been fully edited, so don't expect this to be perfect because it's not, but this is what I did and just got this video together yesterday for you guys so you can see it. Jessica, I'm having a couple people ask me about joining the Inner Circle. So can you put the link for that if they want to join that? Guys, the Inner Circle is a pretty cool thing. And check your emails. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell you what, guys. I'm running a special just this weekend. And if you're on my email list, you can get in the Inner Circle for half price, which is pretty awesome. So check that out. So let's get this thing going, guys.
How to grow your brand and increase your sales. Be seen and be known. Are you trying to become more visible online? Are you trying to grow your brand and let people see you more and more and more? Well, you've come to the right place, because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to increase your brand and be seen all over the place. And we're starting right now. Hey, I'm J.R. Fisher. If you're new to my channel, do me a favor. You got to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button below there. Once you do that, you got to turn on notifications. Super important that you ring the bell. There's a little bell next to that subscribe button. Then you got to turn on all notifications. And guess what? You will become part of the VIP group. That's right, the Fisher family. And that way I can notify you every single time I do a new video. Now, I've been selling online since like 2009, and I've sold millions of dollars of both physical and digital products. As a matter of fact, my products are listed on thousands of websites, including Walmart. On this channel, all I do is share with you how you can start, run, and grow your online business and have real success. Okay, at the end of this video, I'm even going to give you a bonus. It is a free e-commerce course. All you have to do is click the link in the description. You can grab it for free. No credit card needed. Okay, let's get started with your brand and how you can start increasing your awareness. Okay, check out this infographic here. Now, this is a bunch of, I guess, pretty well-known logos. And if you check it out, you may know some of these logos because of the color, because of the style, and none of them are really that complicated. But as you look through them, I bet a lot of these are very familiar to you. Now, these companies have spent years and years, and I don't know how many millions of dollars building up these brands, but it was really important for them to do so that when you just look at them, you can recognize exactly what the brand is and what they do. That's what you want to do for your company too. Okay, first off, what is brand awareness? When we say brand awareness, what are we really talking about? Here's the thing. If people don't know who you are, the odds of them purchasing from you are very slim. So we want to first let people know who you are and what you do. Once people know who you are, it's really important to educate them about what you do, about what your company's about. If they know who you are and they know what you do and what products you have really increased your chances of conversion on any of your ads. For example, think about Starbucks. Now, Starbucks is a very well-known brand, and if you were to see their logo from a distance, you know exactly what Starbucks is. They have built up all these good feelings about the company. As a matter of fact, you probably know their reward system. You know the point system. You probably know what your regular order is every single day. You know, they generally have a pretty clean environment, and you can go in there and you can sit for hours and work online, which I've been guilty of many, many times. I still do that. But you know a lot about the company, so just seeing that logo can bring in some really good feelings for you. Now, the question is, how can you build brand awareness for your company? And I want to let you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. This stuff takes time. You know, people are not going to automatically just fall for your brand. They have to get some information from you. They have to get some content from you. They have to receive something in advance that they see as value to really make your brand more valuable to them, so that they'll purchase your products over your competitors. On the surface level, you want to be able to target your audience. You want to get them to know who you are up front. Now, one of the big keys is focusing on brand recall. Now, a couple minutes ago, we talked about Starbucks, and as soon as you saw that emblem, certain things would pop into your head. Certain things would engage, and you would say, oh yeah, that's Starbucks. That's where I can, get my coffee hot. That's where I can get that special drink I want. That's where I can get Wi-Fi. That's where I can collect more points. So all those things were triggered in their head as soon as they saw that logo, and that's what we're shooting for on your brand. You also have to be consistent among all the different platforms you use. That consistency across all platforms is super important. Okay, so let's talk about some components that we can use to add to our branding strategy. Number one is consistency is key. Consistency means that you're going to be doing whatever post, whatever content, whatever, tweets, whatever it is, on a consistent basis. This is super important. So if you decide that you're going to post once a day, you've got to post once a day from now on, or change your strategy. If you can't post once a day, maybe once a week or once a month, but make sure it's consistent. Don't do like a whole lot of posts in 1 week and then the next week do nothing, and then wait 3 months and then do 2 more. That's not consistent. That won't help you build your brand. The other thing about consistency is it helps with SEO, search engine optimization. If the search engines see that a particular brand or a particular company or page is posting on a consistent basis, it's going to increase your overall SEO so that your generic search results are going to come up higher in the rankings. Now, there's a couple things to consistency that people forget about, and the search engines really know this. You want to make sure that your NAP, or your name, address, and phone numbers are consistent across all platforms. So let's say on your website you have the law offices of J.R. Fisher, but on Yelp it's Law and Order J.R. Fisher. You can't do that. They have to be consistent across all the different platforms. If you don't have your name, address, and phone number consistent across all platforms, then search engines probably won't index you as high. Now, another thing I want to tell you about this is a lot of people say, well, I don't want to have an address there and I don't want to have a phone number there. You can certainly not do that, but the thing is, it's going to lower you in the rankings. If you don't want your personal address there, get a P.O. box. You can use a P.O. box, that's fine. But I will tell you, for SEO purposes, P.O. boxes rank lower than street addresses do. So that's something you want to consider. Next thing you want to consider is having a phone number. And you say, well, I don't want to have my personal phone number there. You don't have to. You could go to something like Google Voice and use the free phone numbers from there so that you actually have a phone number, and make sure that's consistent across all the different platforms. Okay, as you can see in this picture right here, brands are consistent in everything you do. And they need to become a trusted and reliable source for your customers to have, so they can return again and again. And this is a good example of it right here. Number two, invest in advertising. I know everybody wants to do everything free nowadays. Well, there's free social media, and I can just tweet, and I can do posts, but understand that that will work, but it's going to take a lot longer for you to do it. You can actually buy an audience by doing advertising and spending money on those things. So if you want to really increase your brand awareness, doing ads is super important. Make sure when you do ads that you try to hit as many platforms as possible too. So if you can hit more platforms, you're going to increase your audience. This doesn't have to be done. I mean, you can focus on one platform, but keep in mind, if you do decide to go to several different platforms, you want to make sure your message is consistent. You don't want to have one logo on one platform and a little bit different logo or color on another platform. They have to be consistent throughout every single platform that you use. Another thing you can do is blogging. Now, companies that do blogging generally have about a 67% higher rate of leads per month than those companies who do not blog. So if you have the time or the staff to do this, blogging can be really helpful to building your brand. You can also run ads on Google. You can use Google AdWords, and you can run ads in the search results, and you can also run ads on YouTube by using video ads. When doing advertising, you could also do display ads, which in this case here, as you can see, there's a display ad on the search result here. This is something you can do through Google, and it can also help your brand awareness too. Now, if you decide not to do ads, you're really going to be cutting yourself short, because ads are so very important to building your brand. And understand, with ads, you can actually calculate based on what you spent, your return on investment. So you'll know how many people clicked, you know how many people bought. Nowadays, you can really control your advertising to where it is exact, and you'll know exactly what you're getting out of it. So don't forget, advertising can really help you. Number 3, make sure you have a social media presence. This is so very important. In today's digital age, most people are spending their time online. They don't watch TV, so you really aren't going to build a brand by running ads on TV. Not even that was even economical to do, but you've got to do this, and you've got to be consistent about this. The same as with your ads or anything else. You've got to post on a regular basis and put this content out so they get to know you. Now, something else that's super important is that you have to interact with your audience nowadays. Too often I will see people posting comments or questions on somebody's page, and they don't ever reply to it. I'm thinking, that's crazy. You've got to reply to each and every person. And if you say, oh my God, that's a lot of work, I mean, that would really take up a lot of my time, you are right. And that's what it takes nowadays to build a brand. If you don't have time to do that, you can hire a social media person, and they can go in there. But the whole thing is, if somebody has a problem and you solve it, you have built a customer right there. If somebody has a question and you can answer it for them, you've built some trust right there. So it's so very important that when you get these comments on any of your posts, whether it's a post or it's a video or it's a blog or it's whatever it is, that you do answer each and every one. The next thing you can do is live stream. So you can go live on YouTube. You can go live on Facebook. And when you go live, it seems like more people are willing to watch it. Now, it's not as great as it was a few years ago. It used to be, when somebody went live, everybody watched because they thought they had to see it right then. And they finally figured out, well, I can always watch that later on. But going live every now and then is a great way to build your audience or just interact with your audience. I have a Facebook group called The Art of E-Commerce Success. A bunch of members to sign up. Every now and then I will go live and I'll call out all those members. I'll call out their names and I'll say, hey, welcome to this group. We really appreciate having you here. And them hearing me talk about their name and talking to them individually, hey, that's a big deal. People really, really do like that. So do that on a regular basis also. The next thing you can do is create your own hashtag on Instagram. Now, this is a pretty cool thing because once you've created it, you start to tell your audience, hey, hashtag, whatever it is, survival food, J.R. Fisher, whatever that particular hashtag is, encourage people to use it. Because if you don't encourage them to use it, they won't do it. If you don't encourage them to comment, they won't comment. Okay, so it's really important that you remind the people of this. And in every post you do, make sure you have a good CTA or call to action. In other words, they like your brand, they like what you've got to say, they like the content. Well, what do they do next? So you want to make sure you always have a call to action. You can say, download my free report by clicking here, or get my latest book, or buy my whatever by clicking here. So make sure you always have a CTA in every single post that you do. And also make sure that CTA, that call to action, is easily accessible. And what I mean by that is if you're doing a post, let's say on Facebook, you want to make sure that call to action is in the very top of your text, because what's going to happen on Facebook is they're going to have all your text there, and if it's real long, there's a little button that says see more, and it's going to knock your CTA or your call to action below that area. And as soon as it gets knocked below that area, your odds of having it clicked go down a whole lot. Now, check out this post right here. This is an Instagram account called Food in the Air, and it has gained 389,000 followers and it built enough brand awareness to have its own hashtag, which is hashtag FITA and hashtag Food in the Air. In this post, posts. They also have hashtag bagels, which is generic, but if someone is searching for photos of bagels, they might just stumble across their account. Make sure you have a clean and clear theme to all of your posts. The tone and the colors and the style that you use really are going to set up the brand awareness in somebody's head when they see it. Creating a theme is so very important that all your photos in your account all kind of have the same feel. Now, Nisolo Shoes has a clean Instagram theme, and all of their photos have similar tones. So when a customer sees a photo that looks similar to their theme, they will associate it with their company. Not to mention, having a consistent theme just looks nice and put together and more professional. Now, you can also use Pinterest, and a lot of people will say, well, that's an old thing. Nobody uses that anymore, but they actually do. And if you have nice, clean, clear, crisp pictures in there, you can get a lot of interaction on Pinterest. Number 4 is partner with other big brands. And what I mean is start to comment, start to interact with some of these other brands out there. It's really important to build a relationship first, but once you've done that, you can partner with them and use their brand awareness to promote your company and help you do giveaways and build your brand awareness. Okay, check this out. This blogger and influencer partnered with another brand for a healthy giveaway. Contests like this are perfect because in order to enter, Instagram users have to follow both brands. You can easily increase your follower growth and make people aware of your brand by doing this. All right, check out this partnership. It is a giveaway between brands Rifle Paper Company, a stationery and lifestyle brand, and L'Occitane, a line of natural beauty products. An interesting partnership, right? I mean, Rifle Paper Company actually designed some packaging for L'Occitane's products. These are more well-known brands, but they have taken a collaboration to social media in order to gain more exposure. I mean, check it out. Even really huge brands will partner. Apple partnered with Hermes, and they came out with a fashion watch, really expensive one, but that was their Apple Series 3 iWatch, and that got a lot of recognition. Another thing you can do, number 5, is refer a friend. If you've got some loyal customers out there, if you've got some loyal purchasers out there, you can ask them to refer a friend and build your audience that way. Now, Blue Apron is very famous for their Refer a Friend program where both people actually get some benefits. With Blue Apron, when you refer a friend, you can actually get discounts on your orders. Blue Apron has it set up when you refer a friend, that friend can get a free trial. And that's pretty cool because it saves them advertising dollars because all they have to do is build up a loyal base audience. And as all those people refer out more and more people and get out more free trials, they build their customer base. Number 6, offer a free trial right up front. This is a great way to build an audience. A lot of times if somebody can try out your product or service in advance, they'll actually end up buying from you. Now Shopify does this too, but their trial doesn't even require a credit card. They'll build out an entire store for you and let you use that particular service and not even charge you up front. Now oftentimes the free version won't come with all the bells and whistles. Maybe you could hold back part of the things that you would normally get if you were a paid member. But I can tell you, Shopify now has over 70 million users by using this free trial type of marketing. Number 7, do something positive. You know, there's so much negative in the world now. We hear all these negative things. If a company can partner with the idea that they're doing something positive, that's pretty cool. Make sure you always respond to all the positive comments and use this to your advantage. Another thing you can do is have a positive cause. I know Domino's did this with pizza, and for a certain number of pizzas, they were fixing potholes in roads, and their positive thing was pizzas for potholes, and that became a big marketing campaign. Number 8 is provide value. Now, how are you going to provide value? One of the things you could do is to actually do a blog of some sort. This blog should be helpful to people. It should give them tips and tricks and things they can do. I know our blog on our survival food site talks about protecting your family and what to do in, you know, times of a storm and what to do if an earthquake hits or whatever. So it's just useful information. You can do this in a written blog. You can also do this in videos on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, which is J.R. Fisher Training, you will find that on that channel, you can actually get useful information about building your business. Like you're watching one of the videos right now on this channel. Number 9 is entertain. The more entertaining you can be, right, along with education, the better off you are. Chubbies is a clothing brand that has built enormous following. Their marketing goal was to target the younger generation, but also be as entertaining as possible. In this example, their main focus is on posting great content that will entertain their audience and make them laugh. Without this fun, carefree content, the Chubbies brand may get lost in the mix of other clothing companies that sell similar products. Number 10, use retargeting. Retargeting is so important. All retargeting is getting ads in front of people who've already had some interaction with your brand. Maybe they bought from you. Maybe they just visited your website. But it's been found that if you retarget customers, they're 8 to 10 times more likely to buy your product if they've already interacted with your company. So those are some great ways to build your brand, build your awareness, and get more conversions. I really appreciate you watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe below. Hit that subscribe button there. Turn on notifications. Hit that notification bell. Turn on all notifications so you'll become part of the Fisher family, and you will get notified because you're a VIP as soon as I do any of the videos. Also, don't forget, grab my free course. There's a free e-commerce course below in the description. All you got to do is click it and learn. No credit card required. Thanks for listening to this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, guys, I'm back live now. And, understand this video is not edited all the way. It goes to my video editor, and he makes it look pretty and puts words on the screen and does all that stuff. But since you're Inner Circle people, you get early access to all this stuff before anybody else does. Now, the cool thing is Jessica's going to put a link in the comment section in a couple minutes to my channel. If you go to that channel, what you want to do is subscribe to it and then turn on all notifications. And that way, when I do one of these videos and it goes up on YouTube, it'll actually send you an email and it'll say, hey, JR just did this new video. You may want to check it out. I'd like to take a few questions. We have tons of questions in here. You guys have been really good about that. Really appreciate the questions too. And keep putting them in there. Okay, so right now, after you saw all this, you probably have more questions, and I get it. So stick them in there. This is your opportunity, since you are Inner Circle folks, that you can actually ask these questions and get them answered and not have to pay me for consulting, which is really cool. So make sure you're putting them in there right now, and then I'm going to go ahead and go through some of them with Jessica. I do want to go through real quick for the people in here who are not Inner Circle members, what you get. Whoa, there we go. There we go. First off, when you join something like the Inner Circle, what it really does is it gives you answers to all your questions. So in the Inner Circle, if somebody has an issue, has a problem, they can actually, we have a special group, they can actually join the group on Facebook and they can ask a lot of these questions. They can also email our staff. They get input from me. Obviously, you guys know because you're Inner Circle people, but they get these calls every week for you guys who are not Inner Circle members, so you can kind of see that. Let me go to the next screen here. Everybody's always asking, well, what areas can I submit stuff? What do you help me with? Almost everything. Ads, landing pages, websites, products, pricing. If you're working on funnels, we can help you with that. Your emails, subject lines, headlines. Imagine having me kind of stand over your shoulder and say, hey, this is what we're going to do next. That's kind of what the Inner Circle is. Any of the ideas you have, we can go through your frustrations. If you're having problems and failures, and everybody has failures, but if you have successes, we'll talk about those. Now we can, increase those successes, because that's what we want to do. I always get asked about Kartra. It is the single best piece of software. If you're going to market online, guys, you need Kartra. I don't care if you've got MailChimp or Constant Contact or Infusionsoft or Aweber. I've had them all. Kartra beats them all, and it's cheaper. I run all of my funnels, all of my marketing, all my emails, everything through Kartra. It has a membership site in there. You can get a $1 trial by going to that link on the screen right now. It's bit.ly/Kartra-uppercase JR. And if you go to that link, you don't have to put in a credit card or do anything. A video will play there, and it will show you what Kartra will do for you. It will blow your mind. Just watch the video. It will blow your mind. It's the best Christmas gift or holiday gift you can give yourself is getting into Kartra. But use that link there because it does give you a discount. Okay, so we're going to get into some questions and some thoughts. We brought back the cat and we brought back Shaq because they're just good people to have on the screen when we're going through all these questions. So Jessica, could you hit me with a couple of the questions? I know there's a bunch over there. One person did ask me how long it took me to build a brand. There isn't really a length of time. I mean, I'm building it today and it's been 10 years. So, you know, if you ask Coca-Cola or, you know, Walmart or any of these companies, how long does it take to build a brand? You're always building it. It just never stops. You know, it just doesn't stop. And you say, well, my guys will have to work forever. Yeah, you probably will, but it's okay. Okay. You got to work for somebody else. You might as well work for yourself. Jessica, you want to hit me with a couple questions?
Alina says, I have a web mall that I plan on building up in 2020. Guest bloggers are encouraged. What happens when you incorporate them and then you have to concern yourself about consistency of addresses? Not sure that I present the problem as clearly as I should. Sorry.
Alina, I think what you're saying is people are going to be commenting. Is that or blogging in there? You can, yeah, if they're guest bloggers or something like that. Now, the way you can set up your site, and most sites have this, where when somebody puts in information, you know, it has to have approval from an administrator before it goes live. And I would certainly recommend you doing that because you don't want just anybody, you know, posting in your site stuff. You just don't want that. So, you know, put in the comments if that's what you mean, or try to clarify that a little bit. Jessica, do you have some other comments over there?
Let's see. Danny says, do you think an animated GIF logo has value for noticeability?
An animated GIF logo. I will tell you that logos mean very little. We concentrate on them way too much in the beginning. I see people spending weeks or months on a logo. And if you look at something like Nike, it's a swish. That's it. You know, most logos for big companies are very simple. They're recognizable. I mean, if you look at the woman or whatever it is for Starbucks, you know, it's just recognizable. That's the thing. I think I would stay away from animations to answer your question directly. I think that would be tough because how are you going to put an animation on stationery, or how are you going to put, you know, animation if you're having somebody else promote your products or on your labels or whatever it is? I think that would make it really difficult. I've never seen an animated logo. So my personal opinion is I would stay away from it. I want it as simple as I possibly can. If you look at the Inner Circle logo that's on the screen right now, I mean, that's pretty simple. I mean, it's got my name, it says Inner Circle, and it's got this bird up there, and it, you know, kind of says what we do. But yeah, I would keep it as simple as you possibly can.
Alina says, what I was referring to was your comment about the bots looking for consistency of addresses running through your site.
Okay, well,
I'm not sure how that would
I don't know how the
guest
guest people would be doing anything with your address. I mean, your name, address, phone number has to be consistent across all of your platforms. In other words, you know, I don't do Twitter, so that's a bad example, but on your website, on your YouTube channel, on your Facebook page, all of those need to be consistent to build a brand, is kind of what I was referring to in there. But I don't know how somebody outside of your company would have anything to do with that, outside of the fact that unless you're allowing them to post their contact information on there, that may be what you mean in a mall type situation. And that wouldn't affect you, because what Google does is they look for the name, address, phone number on the site itself, not on individual posts. And that may be what she's referring to, I think, Jessica. Yeah.
Let's see. I actually have a number of people asking kind of variations of the same question.
Okay.
And that is, how would they build a brand if they're selling AliExpress products? Like they're just doing.
Well, that's a good question, actually, because I know what you're saying. You're selling other people's products. You're really not selling your own products. But, you know, Amazon sells other people's products. As a matter of fact, I think I heard this morning that 61% of the products on Amazon are sold by third parties. It's not even sold by Amazon. So what they've done is they've branded their platform. You know, they say this is the place where you can come get anything. You can get it fast. You can get it cheap. You know, we have quick delivery. So you can brand something even if you're not selling your own products. Now, Amazon does have some of their own products and they do some of their own shipping now, but for years they didn't. It was just a place to go, and it actually started off selling used books. So you can do it. It doesn't matter. You know, you can definitely do that. That's not a problem.
Alina says yes. That clarifies her question.
Oh, good. I did something right today. I like to start off the day doing something right. That's pretty cool. All right, so we've got a couple other questions in here. Somebody's saying, how did you get all those other sites to sell your products? Mark's asking that question. Mark, it was not easy. Matter of fact, it was really difficult. And it took, you know, really literally thousands of emails. I would go into people's sites and I would go in their contact information on their site. I would find the company address, and then I would send an email to that particular website, and I would explain to them I had these survival foods and I thought it would match up to their site. And I explained to them my program where they didn't have to stock anything. They didn't have to pay for anything. They could actually list it on their site. And when they listed it on the site and somebody bought it, they could collect all the money. I wouldn't be involved in that at all. And then I would give them a wholesale cost. They could send me the order and I would actually ship it out. And to this day, we do that for Walmart. You know, we do it for Amazon, eBay, and thousands of other websites, that same business model. Now, I didn't stop there and just send an email. I also would try to find a phone number and I would call them up and I would say, hey, this is JR with Survivalcave Food. And we've got this great product. If I could get them on the phone, and I would tell them all about it. And I made literally hundreds of phone calls doing that. So I'm not going to tell you it's easy. It's not. And then, you know, the thing about building brands is once you get some people that will carry your products, what I would do is I would send an email and I would say, hey, you know, Survival Warehouse, I want you to sell my product. And if you check all these links, all these other websites are selling my product and they're competitors of yours. So I kind of would say like, hey, if you're not selling it, these people could outsell you because now they've got my product and you don't. And, you know, people are going to be asking for it. And if you don't have it, they're going to go to another site. So, you know, I never really said it in that many words, but what I did do is list out all the sites, not all the sites, but, you know, maybe 5 or 6 of the sites that are selling my product right now that were bigger ones that they would recognize. And that way I got them to sell my products too. So that's another way you could go about doing it. Jessica, I'm going to turn it over to you. Maybe 1 or 2 more questions. We got a really nice lunch plan today, guys. And if you follow me on Facebook, we generally will post pictures of where we eat on Fridays. And we've been doing this for a number of years, every Friday. So you can check out where we're going to be eating today. And I never tell anybody in advance. You're welcome to guess. And you can put it in the comments section there if you want. But Jessica's got 1 or 2 questions she wanted to ask me, or actually from you guys. And just give me their name and what the question is, Jessica.
Tom is asking, if you sell services, do you have to be the brand? Like,
what up, Tom? How you doing? You know, Tom, it depends on the services. You know, if you're selling lawn care, no, you don't have to be the brand. Wouldn't matter because you're going to have your staff come out and do it. And I sell services too. You know, we do, you know, coaching, for example, but I am the brand on the coaching because I'm the one who actually does the coaching. And we've already got a question on that, Jessica. Can you give them the link to the coaching application? I guess I would send them to the Woofu one right now. So yeah, if you want coaching, guys, Jessica's going to put a link in there. I only have like a couple spots open after the first of the year. So if you're interested in having me work with you one-on-one and help you grow your business, I do not do it for free. I'm telling you that. However, just if you fill out one of those applications, I will give you a $1,500 free blueprint for your business. Now I'm doing this because you guys are Inner Circle people, but it's a $1,500 free blueprint. Now, even if you've been invited on this call and you're not Inner Circle, you're welcome to apply for that coaching. And when I say apply, you really do have to fill out an application. I don't take everybody. I don't have time to do it. But if I select you, and it doesn't matter what level you're at, you know, you could be at a very, very high level doing millions of dollars, or you could be at some of the beginner stages. You do have to have, you know, some expertise, know what you're doing, know how to, you know, do some stuff. But I coach you. I actually get on the phone with you. We do that a couple times a month. I walk you through things. I give you a list of things to do, and I help you build your business. So if you're interested in that, Jessica's going to put a link in there. You can actually click the link, fill out the application. If you don't hear from me, please don't be offended, but I can only talk to a few people. And this $1,500 free blueprint, obviously, I can't afford to give away too many of those. So she'll put that link in there for you, though. Questions, Jessica?
Let's see here.
She's doing that do thing she does. She makes that noise.
Marcus is asking how he can get help with his Facebook ads.
How can you get help with your Facebook ads? Well, the Art of E-commerce Success, Jessica will put a link in there for that. If you're not in my group, I would join that group. I also have a course on Facebook ads, and shoot, I think we have a webinar on that, don't we, that teaches them how to do that, Jessica? Okay, so what she'll do, Marcus, is in the comments section, there's a webinar that walks you through Facebook ads that I would suggest you attend. And it'll have the dates and times on it when you click the link and when it's available. Watch that webinar. It's really good. Takes you through all the steps. It actually takes you behind the scenes, and it lets you see my ads and how I run my ads and how I make them profitable and all that. So definitely check out that if you have not seen that. Facebook ads, you're going to do one of two things with Facebook ads. You're going to pay and get some really good training on Facebook ads, or you're going to waste a lot of money on Facebook ads trying to figure it out. And I wasted thousands, I will tell you. If somebody had a good course at the time I started, I would have gladly bought it. There were no courses. So I actually did a course. And that course actually includes 4 pieces of software. And it takes you from beginner all the way through highly advanced automations and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I would check out that course. Jessica's going to put the link in there. Do you have that link? She's getting it. I'm pressuring her. It's terrible over here. Somebody's saying they really enjoyed the training today. They like getting early access. Well, that's part of being an Inner Circle member, guys. If you're Inner Circle, and if you're not Inner Circle and you've been invited, go check out the video right there. There's a video that you can go to. It's jrinnercircle.com/enroll. That doesn't mean you're enrolling. That's just the video that shows you all the benefits of the Inner Circle. Those people are quite successful. They do really well, but they have access to like $46,000 worth of my software and training, and they don't have to pay for it. That's all free with the Inner Circle. So you'll want to check that out if you're not a member. You won't get invited to every single one of these calls if you're not a member. We just let you in every now and then so you can kind of see behind the scenes. And I think we're nearing our end there. Jessica, do you want to hit me with any more questions, or should we go ahead and end it at this point?
No, I think we need to get to lunch.
We need to get to lunch. Okay, she says she wants to be fed, so that's what we're going to do. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate all your input and all your attendance. If you're celebrating, Christmas and all that, have a great holiday. If you're taking some time off for work for the, beginning of the new year, enjoy your time off. And I will see you guys next year. Jessica, you want to give them some words of encouragement for the weekend? Jessica always has these. If you got a pen handy, guys, grab it now, because she always has some really cool things that she shares with us at the end of these calls. She prepares for like a week, and it's always something really interesting. So, Jessica, would you hit them with your words of encouragement so that they can have a better year next year?
Well, something like that. So the holidays can actually be really tough for a lot of people. And if you're one of those people, then I pulled up a quote, and it says, no matter what you're going through, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So just
be careful it's not a train, If it's a train, you need to get out of the way, right?
Be kind to people because you don't know what they're going through.
That's very true. A lot of times I'll get a bad waiter or somebody driving crazy or whatever, and it's hard to do, but every now and then you got to stop and go, what's going on in their life? Did they just find out they had cancer? Did a relative just die? Did they just get fired from their job? Well, something's going on if somebody's in a bad mood. So don't just think they're just bad people. We've all been there. So yeah, it's the season, man. Be kind to everybody. That's a great thing to do. Thanks so much for listening, guys. And I will see you next year. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.